Hello fellow exiles, as you can see I am currently level 93 on my Smith of Kitava artillery ballista build. This build is quite tanky, even it is full armor build with no shield. As you can see my all resistances are 90%, so that is big reason why this build is so tanky. Good life recovery also helps a lot when it comes to defenses. For weapon try to get +7 projectile skills and elemental damage with attacks modifiers. Also use these soul cores for the weapon. These gloves are mandatory if you want to do the lightning version for the ballistas. And look for corrupted version where the converted fire damage is over 100% for extra damage. You can get similar gloves for 50 exalts from trade site. I hover my other items so you understand what kind of gear I am using. For amulet try to get +3 projectile skills. This node is super important after you get the life recovery atlas point from the ascendancy. With this node we get rid of mana and use life for the mana costs. Here is the current atlas tree I used in the gameplay footage. When you are looking for the companion monster, try to find monster with invulnerability aura. With this build we are using shock burst rounds for a little bit of extra damage and also to make rares and bosses weaker with exposure. First ascendancy points we are going to use on these two nodes. Then we take all the fire resistance nodes from here. And from the last trial take these two. See you on next video fellow exile.